Hi, today I want to talk to you about titles and how do you write them in your resume. Titles are crucial when you apply for a job. This is what recruiters are after. This is what they look at first and foremost, really. You need to get the titles right. So the first thing you need to know, and we talked about this in the previous video, your current title really has to be in line with the title of the job that you're applying for. So that's just a quick, tip. But I have 5 things I really want you to pay attention to. In particularly, I mean, the 5th one for me is the most important, because when people write their titles in their resume, they are just very way too casual and not strategic about the titles. Okay, so the first one, I think you need to learn this. When do you use senior? When can you put senior before your current title? When you've started to develop leadership roles. For example, you're onboarding, you're training, you're mentoring, you're coaching people. And that's a leadership position in a way, even if it's not recognized and I mean official in your company. But you're doing, you're training, you're transferring knowledge. And then maybe or you have also certifications, professional affiliations that you've developed in that role that you really mastered by now. And you should be able to say that you're senior, whatever it is that you're doing. Let's say you're a personal assistant, executive assistant, engineer. You should be able to say that you're senior in that role if you feel that you have developed leadership skills in that role, that you're training people, onboarding, coaching and mentoring people to do what you do, and then that you also have become, really hungry for more knowledge, certifications, and professional affiliations in that role. So use senior when you have those criteria filled. The other thing is use slash. I'm going to tell you how to use that. For example, again, you're a project manager or you're a team assistant and you do a lot of event planning. Like you run all of these retreats and board meetings, and it takes a lot of your time. So I want you to add that to your title. So I want you to write, team assistant / events manager. Okay? Because that's actually what you do. So be fair to yourself, right? This is not a lie. You're just being specific and detailed about your title. The third thing I want to share here today is the language. So for example, you're an assistant and you use more than one language, or an account manager, or you work in investors relationship. So you want to mention that. You want to mention that you are bilingual or trilingual. So you would say, bilingual account manager or trilingual executive assistant. You want to mention that in your title. Or so the fourth thing would be the region that you cover in your title. So let's say you have clients from 2 or 3 different countries. That makes you an international account manager, or maybe an EMEA account manager. So you also have to mention that in your title. So add that up. I mean, don't create like a massive title, right? You have to pick and have some use your good sense, but just give us an idea of the scope of your responsibilities right in your title. And so the last thing is, to whom are you being, whatever it is that you're, the role that you have. For example, let's say I'm a special assistant, special advisor. Okay, but to whom? You want to mention that in your title. So special advisor to the chairman, or finance leader, and trusted, advisor to the board of directors, finance VP and member of the board of directors. Or maybe you could say that you are the special advisor to the executive director, or the head of a business unit or of a department. You want to give people an idea of the magnitude of your responsibilities in the role that you occupy. Bear in mind, you're not lying or exaggerating, you're just being specific about it. So whenever you write your titles next, make sure that you don't just stick with whatever is written on your job description, because I'm sure that's outdated. I want you to do you a favor and be fair to yourself, because you know you're probably doing a lot more than what's on your job description. And that's going to serve you very well when you apply for jobs. So good luck with your applications, and I'll see you around.